photos to give you. It's a Goosebumps book. A lot of my aesthetic is Goosebumps aesthetic. I made a lot of these photos not thinking they were going to be my capstone photos, and I realized a lot of my work is like the same type of deal. So it all kind of just came together over the years. In a lot of my work, I like to stage a lot of my stuff, and I like to have certain objects in them. A lot of 90s stuff. I literally have like a whole bag of just 90s stuff that I like carry around. I just like throw it everywhere. Usually when I'm making the shoots, I don't have like a specific reason why I'm like putting them where I put them. It's when I like finish the whole entire picture, I feel like my subconscious is like doing some weird things, and I realize, oh, that's why you did that. Like for the one up top with Megan, Cynthia White, I did that, I guess, because she's doing that like iconic Snow White type pose. When that
Mm-hmm.
you guys know, okay. And,
Yeah.
But Cynthia, Tatum, actually, you said, it reminds me of Rugrats, the doll Cynthia, her hair. Because when I did that, I didn't know why I was putting her hair like that. I just was like, we gotta do something weird. But it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like to stage a lot of my stuff. A lot of my stuff is inspired by Gregory Crewdson, who is a photographer that also does the same thing. He builds like his own sets. He has really intense, elaborate lighting, which I try to portray in mine. Intense light, intense color. But I just wanted a lot of my photos to have a nostalgic, isolated mystery type feel to it. All of them always usually have one person, which I realized I don't think I planned that, but yes, that's just here we are. That's what gives it the isolated feel. Even the one without the person in it, I feel like you can still feel the loneliness and isolation. I also like to play around with color a lot. For that one, this is my apartment. I remember just like walking down the stairs and being like, oh wow, that lighting is really nice, and that blanket kind of matches the leaves. And then I was like, I have a green Nintendo 64 controller, and that is my aesthetic. So that's why that came about. With the one in the back with the floral wallpaper, that one was very set up in the fact that I wanted a red pink color scheme. I placed, that book open to the page where it was pink, the lining was pink. Even like the little details on the back, there's like a candle with roses on them. Oh, that was intentional. But I like to just have that nostalgic feel because for me, childhood was like the best part of my life. So I think that's why I always try to have that feel in my photos. Because nostalgia can be sad, I guess, to a lot of people. But to me, I like that feeling because it's more comforting than sad. And I feel like a lot of my work shows that. And I, along with staging everything, I pick out everyone's like outfit usually to match what I'm trying to go for. I pick out the location. Like for the laundromat one, I knew I wanted to do something in a laundromat, but I didn't realize that everyone has like redone all the laundromats so they don't look like that. So I do my research to find a good location. That was in Brunswick. The bus photos. Where's she? Kristen, my star. That's her bus. We took those photos before she decided to change it into a home. And then the arcade I obviously picked out. That's very nostalgic, childlike. But I just, like I said, when I'm creating the picture, I don't have a story in my head, but it's like when it's done, the story just comes by itself. And I like that there's no like real answer on what is what, why I did this. It's kind of up to the viewer to decide what they want to hear from the picture. They're kind of like movie stills, I feel like, in a way. But unlike a movie, like a photograph is frozen, so this is something frozen in time. There's no beginning or end, like in a movie. It's up to the viewer to decide the ending, what is happening. And that, for me, has just been fun also, because, like I said, I never know exactly what I'm doing, but when it's all done, it all comes together and it all tells a story. Tales to give you. Wow, I didn't know I was going to end it like that. Any questions? Yes.
If I weren't familiar with Goosebumps,
Okay.
what is Goosebumps?
Okay, it is a 90s, like, I don't feel like horror is the right word. Spooky. Yeah, like spooky show with like just weird stuff happens. It's like very mysterious and like there's monsters and it's just weird and spooky. That's
Is it on a Nickelodeon? Was it a Nickelodeon
yeah, it
show?
was,
Yeah.
it was, yeah. It's on Netflix. Yes.
So are your images meant to be spooky, mysterious, or horror-like?
I wouldn't say all are spooky, but I did, when editing them, I did make them a lot darker than they were to kind of have that feel to them. But
For instance, is the she hanging or flying?
she's hanging from the emergency exit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyone else? No? Yes.
What was the process of you and your mom